Golden Jubilee in Toronto, Canada, the Church of Christ joyously commemorates 5 decades of steadfast faith that brought them to this significant milestone since its establishment in 1974. Let's learn how one pioneering family celebrates with others through heartfelt reflection of the courageous pioneers whose dedication to their faith led to this moment. Michael Robinson has the story.
Imagine finding yourself in a foreign land, thousands of miles away from your loved ones, working hard to build a new life. This was the reality 50 years ago for these residents in Toronto, Canada, dealing with a new culture and no one to help. These were challenges faced by residents like Rolando Obsena and his wife May, who at that time were working out to make a new life.
Actually, it was more than 50 years ago, November 6, 1973, when I left the Philippines. I actually didn't have any notion about thinking of what I'm going to face.
Yes, in the culture, of course, you are still shy, although you know how to speak English. It's different when it's already, when you're speaking it. It's different than when you're writing it. It's hard because I have a baby, right? When I came, I had an 11-month-old baby in tow, right? So it was not easy.
But instead of worrying, Rolando and his wife May found strength in their faith and determination.
The truth is, when you are by yourself, especially here in Canada, so I really trust everything to God that He will be able to help me in the situation that I am in.
His faith that kept him and his family going, because it was also 50 years ago that the Church of Christ, which he belonged to, would begin to be established in Toronto. And as his family grew in Toronto, so did the Church of Christ. And now, 50 years later, Rolando and many other pioneering members of the Church of Christ in Toronto are celebrating God's blessings throughout the years together. A celebration of all members in the congregation of Toronto joining for an evening embracing the fruitful years of the true faith here at the Woodbine Banquet Hall, and recognizing those pioneering members in their dedication of faith, while also giving members the opportunity to relive the history of God's blessings in Toronto, like Faye Quero, her life also resembling a similar journey, as well as the resilience of pioneers, the Church of Christ, here in Toronto.
When we arrived in Canada in 1975, actually, our hope was to find a church because Brother Mario and I were like we didn't know anybody until we found the church. Time it was still a community prayer. It's not even a GWS. There's no GWS at that time. The very fact that we were able to worship, that is already a very, very big blessing for us.
I witnessed the tenacity, the endurance, and the patience of the brethren during those early days of the congregation. As you can imagine, the congregation was just starting, but still they performed their duty without hesitation. And as a matter of fact, some of them are still fulfilling their duties until now.
That tenacity still shared until now, the Congregation of Toronto adding more members over the years and sprouting to more places in the Greater Toronto area, with more congregations, with newly established districts like Eastern Ontario and Southern Ontario, even further beautifying and renovating of their current house of worship, later rededicated to the Lord God, led by the executive minister of the Church of Christ. A celebration nothing less than amazing in seeing these inspiring pioneers of the true faith celebrated while celebrating God's blessings in Toronto over the years. This dedication of faith also now extended to the next generation, as the youth of the Church of Christ and how they continue the legacy of those before them through the true faith.
You are the future, and you will be the ones replacing us, leading the members of the Church of Christ in Ilocano of Toronto. It is a nice gesture before God that you will be of great help to the administration in taking care of the church, because your parents, we have made already ourselves the best we could to fulfill our duty, helping the administration carry on, holding the torch of victory and be the beacon of truth, light, and righteousness for all people in this world.
And even after 50 years, the same sentiment remains in what is most important.
The communion duty is always the priority. Put God first place in your heart and everything will come down.
Maybe that's what we should be giving to the young generation. Hold on to our faith. Stand your ground. So whatever happens to you or whatever are challenges in life, we should always rely on God, and most importantly, be prayerful.
This celebration not only commemorates the past, but also looks towards the future. And for Toronto, a powerful message has been shared to prioritize one's faith to God above all else. For in doing so, we find strength, guidance, and the success that comes from the Lord God to the Church of Christ, like here in Toronto. Michael Robinson, Iglesia ni Cristo News Network.
Praise be to God for the ongoing success of the Church of Christ in Toronto, Canada. If you are celebrating a significant event or milestone in your congregation, drop a comment below and share the excitement with us. Well, that does it for us on INC News World. Tune in every Sunday for new episodes on INC TV and every Saturday on incmedia.org, our YouTube channel, and on streaming platforms. I'm Brother Tyler Worthen. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. God bless.